Hello friends, welcome in a ROSE project. This project is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. My name is Jagtap SR. My subject is physics. Today we are going to start a new topic. Name of the topic is oscillations. First of all, we discuss some introductory part of that chapter. Periodic motion. The motion which repeats itself after equal interval of time is called a periodic motion. For example, motion of Earth about its axis. Oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion is a type of periodic motion in which body or particle of a body move to and fro about a fixed point. In oscillatory motion, particle performs a same set of the movements again and again. One such a set of movements is called a oscillation or vibration. Every oscillatory motion is a periodic, but every periodic motion is need not oscillatory. For example, motion of pendulum of wall clock. The another example is motion of piston of a car. Now the next point is linear simple harmonic motion. It is simply called as a linear SHM. The definition is, it is defined as linear periodic motion of a body in which restoring force or acceleration is always directed toward mean position and its magnitude is directly proportional to the displacement from mean position. Consider the stretched string, x be the displacement and m be the mass of the particle. Therefore, the force is directed toward a mean position, but displacement is in right hand side and force in left hand side. Therefore, these both force and displacement are oppositely directed. So we can write here force is directly proportional to the displacement, but due to the oppositely direction, here negative sign. So we can write here F is equal to minus K into X. X be the constant of proportionality, is called as a force constant or spring constant. In magnitude form, we can write here F is equal to K into X. So the force constant is defined as the restoring force per unit displacement, that is K is equal to F divided by X. We know that the force is measured in Newton and displacement is measured in meter. So unit of force constant is Newton per meter in SI system and Dyne per centimeter in CGS system. Now the next point is dimensions of force constant. We know that dimensions of the force are L raised to 1, M raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. And dimensions of the displacement are L raised to 1, M raised to 0, T raised to 0. So finally we can write here LL gets cancelled, L raised to 0, M raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. Now the next point is differential equation of linear SHM. Let a particle of mass m undergo SHM about its position, about its mean position O. At any instant, displacement of the particle be the x. Considering the previous diagram, this may be the mean point and displacement of the particle is x. M be the mass of the particle. So we can write here F is equal to minus K into X, K be the force constant. We know that according to the Newton's law, force is equal to mass into acceleration. But by the definition of acceleration, acceleration in change in velocity with respect to time. Also we know that the velocity is change in displacement with respect to time. So finally we can write here acceleration A is equal to d2x divided by dt square. Putting the value of the acceleration in a formula of the force, we can write here F is equal to m d2x divided by dt square. Consider this is the equation number 2. From equation number 1 and equation number 2, we can write here m into d2x divided by dt square is equal to minus k into x. Shifting m toward the right hand side, we can write here d2x divided by dt square is equal to minus k divided by m into x. Shifting the term of the right hand side of the equation toward the left hand side, we can write here d2x divided by dt square plus k divided by m into x is equal to 0. Consider this is the equation number 3. If k divided by m is equal to omega square, omega means angular frequency. So we can write here k divided by m is equal to omega square. Consider this is the constant. Putting in equation number 3, we can write here d2x divided by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Consider this is the equation number 4, and this is nothing but differential equation of linear simple harmonic motion. Now the next point is expression for acceleration in linear simple harmonic motion. Also we discuss expression for the velocity, expression for the displacement. First of all, we discuss about the expression for the acceleration. We know that the differential equation is d2x divided by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Shifting omega square x toward the right hand side, so we can write here d2x divided by dt square is equal to minus omega square x. But we know that in a linear motion, d2x divided by dt square is equal to acceleration, that is a. Putting this value in equation, in above equation, we can write here acceleration a is equal to d2x divided by d2x divided by dt square as acceleration. So a is equal to minus omega square x. Consider this is the equation number 3. Negative sign shows that acceleration is opposite to the displacement. As we know that the acceleration a is equal to minus omega square x. From this, we can find extreme value of the acceleration. Magnitude, in the form of magnitude, we can write here acceleration is equal to omega square x. At mean position, x is equal to 0. So we can write here acceleration a is equal to omega square into 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, at a mean position, value of the acceleration is 0. That is a minimum, that is acceleration minimum is equal to 0. Now the second point, at a extreme position. Extreme position, x is equal to plus or minus a. Putting the value of x in formula of acceleration, we can write here acceleration is equal to omega square into plus or minus a. So finally we can write here plus or minus omega square a. This is nothing but maximum value of the acceleration. So in this point, we conclude that the acceleration having minimum value at mean position, that is at x is equal to 0, and acceleration having maximum value at extreme position where x is equal to plus or minus a. Plus for considering the plus for right hand side and minus for left hand side, x is equal to plus or minus a. At an extreme position, acceleration is maximum. Now the next point is expression for velocity in linear SHM. From the differential equation of linear SHM, we can write here d2x divided by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. Shifting toward the right hand side, we can write here d2x divided by dt square is equal to minus omega square x. So the next point is derivative of dx divided by dt with respect to time, that is d by dt of dx divided by dt is equal to minus omega square x. We know that dx divided by dt, that is change in velocity with respect to time, is called as acceleration, and change in displacement with respect to time is called as velocity. Therefore, putting the value of acceleration here, we can write here dv divided by dt is equal to minus omega square x. Now the next, multiply and divide by dx, we can write here dv divided by dt into dx divided by dx is equal to minus omega square x. Now rearranging the term, we can write here dv divided by dx, that is here is only rearrangement. dv divided by dx is equal to dx divided by dt is equal to minus omega square x. Now the next, we know that change in velocity with respect to time is acceleration. Also we know that change in displacement with respect to time is a velocity. So we can write here v into dv divided by dx is equal to minus omega square x. Now using the variable separation form, that is shifting the dx in a right hand side, we can write here v into dv is equal to minus omega square x into dx. Taking the integration on both sides, we can write here integration of v into dv is equal to integration of minus omega square x into dx. That is here integration with respect to dv, here is integration with respect to dx. So we know that the omega square is constant. So taking the omega square as a constant outside the integration, we can write here integration of v into dv is equal to minus omega square integration of x into dx. We know that the integration of the v is v square divided by 2 is equal to minus omega square as a constant, and integration of the x is x square divided by 2 plus c be the constant of integration. Consider this is the equation number first. C is the constant of integration and its value is calculated at the extreme position. At extreme position, x is equal to plus or minus a, and value of the v is 0. Therefore, substituting this value in equation first, we can write here v square divided by 2, that is 0 divided by 2, that is 0. 0 is equal to minus omega square a square divided by 2 plus c. Rearranging this term, we can write here omega square a square divided by 2 is equal to c, equation number 2nd. Substituting value of c, that is equation number 2, in equation number 1st, we can write here v square divided by 2 is equal to minus omega square x square divided by 2 plus omega square a square divided by 2. Taking the common 2 from the right hand side and cancelling 2 right hand side and left hand side, we can write here v square is equal to minus omega square x square plus omega square a square. Okay, therefore taking the common omega square from the right hand side and rearranging this term, we can write here v square is equal to omega square in bracket a square minus x square. So taking the square root on the both side, we can write here v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square minus x square. This is nothing but formula for the velocity. Now the next point is extreme value of velocity. We know that formula of the velocity is v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square minus x square. At mean position, x is equal to 0. Therefore, putting the value of x is equal to 0 in this equation becomes v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square minus 0. That is, v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square. Square and square root gets cancelled. Finally, we can write here v max is equal to plus or minus omega a. Now, the next point is at the extreme position, x is equal to plus or minus a. Therefore, putting the value of plus or minus a in this equation, we can write here v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square minus, instead of x, we can write here a square. Therefore, a square gets cancelled. 0 multiplied by omega is 0. So, we can write here v minimum is equal to 0. Thus, from this, we conclude that the velocity of the particle performing the simple harmonic motion is minimum at extreme position and maximum at mean position. Now, the next point is expression for the displacement. We know that the formula of the velocity v is equal to plus or minus omega under root a square minus x square. But in linear motion, formula of the velocity is change in displacement with respect to time, that is dx divided by dt. So, putting the value of v dx by dt in above equation and taking the only magnitude form, we can write here dx divided by dt is equal to omega under root a square minus x square. Taking the dt term to the right hand side and root a square minus x square to the left hand side, we can write here dx divided by a under root a square minus x square is equal to omega dt. Integrating both sides, we can write here integration of the dx divided by under root a square minus x square is equal to integration of the omega into dt. So, we know that integration of left hand side term is sine inverse of x divided by a is equal to omega into t plus phi. Here also we can write here phi is the constant of integration. Now, taking the sign on the right hand side, we can write here x divided by a is equal to sine omega t plus phi. So, from this equation, we can write here x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi. Consider this is equation number 2nd. Case first, when the particle starts from mean position. When particle starts from mean position, x is equal to 0 and particle starts from, it means time is equal to 0, that is t is equal to 0. Putting this value in above equation, we can write here 0 is equal to A sine omega into 0, omega plus phi. Therefore, we can write here 0 is equal to A sine phi. Shifting A toward the left hand side, we can write here 0 is equal to sine phi. That is, phi is equal to 0. Therefore, above equation, that is equation number 2, becomes x is equal to plus or minus A sine omega t. Okay. Plus or minus indicates that particle moving, plus for the particle moving toward the right side and minus for the particle moving toward the left hand side. Now the next point is, when the particle starts from extreme position, at extreme position we know that x is equal to plus or minus a, and particle starts, that is t is equal to 0. Putting this value in equation 2, we can write here plus or minus a is equal to a sine 0 plus phi. Cancelling a on both hand side, we can write here sine phi is equal to plus or minus 1. We know that phi is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 means 90 degrees, sine 91. 3 pi by 2 means 270 degree, and 270 sine 270 is minus 1. Okay. So, substituting pi by 2 in above equation, we can write here x is equal to a sine omega t plus pi by 2. We know that sine theta plus pi by 2 is equal to cos theta. Therefore, we can write here x is equal to a cos omega t. Plus or minus sign indicates that particle moving toward the right or moving toward the left. Now, extreme values of the displacement. We know that the equation of the displacement in a linear simple harmonic motion is x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi. At mean position, omega t plus phi is equal to 0 or pi. Therefore, x is equal to 0. We know that sine 0 0 and sine pi is 0. So, we can write here x is equal to 0. When the particle at extreme position, omega t plus phi is equal to pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2, and we know that pi by 2, sine pi by 2 is 1 and sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Therefore, we can write here x is equal to plus or minus a. These are the extreme values of the displacement. Therefore, we conclude that thus at the extreme position, displacement of the particle performing the SHM is maximum and minimum value of the displacement is at mean position. Thank you very much.